would you look at that, another designer eBay purchase. This one's not for me, guys. This one's actually for my sister, but I was given the best task of looking for, bidding and purchasing her first ever designer handbag. I had so much fun doing this. This is definitely my favorite part of acquiring a new designer piece. The whole bidding process is so fun and exciting to me. So the first thing I'm doing, and what I generally do when I buy a secondhand handbag, is go over it with some baby wipes, as they are super gentle, and I just get rid of any dirt or grime that may be on the canvas. I'm doing the same with the strap, but I definitely be a little more careful with this one as they are so delicate. Once I've removed the grime from the strap, I then place it under a book just to help straighten it out and remove any warping in the strap. I've placed some tea towels in the bag just to help get some structure back, as it has been flat in a package for a while now. One of my favourite steps, although it's long and grueling, is using Brasso to polish up all of the hardware. I was in shock at how well this hardware polished up. It honestly made it look brand new, and there were no major hardware issues. I really go in thoroughly with a baby wipe over the zip, because sometimes there is some Brasso residue that will dry up and get caught in there. So you may find that after an hour or so of leaving it, you may need to go back over it with a baby wipe. I'm now reattaching the strap. Can we just appreciate that beautiful shine? So now that I've cleaned the bag, that is the first thing I like to do when I receive a secondhand designer item, is just give it a really good clean. It helps you get to know the bag and just really see if there are any flaws or blemishes on it. But this one is in really, really good condition. And I wanted to point out a couple of things to keep in mind when you're buying pre-loved, because I have one of these ones. This one is obviously for my sister for her birthday. I have this exact bag, and it is only 1 year older, but there is such a difference in the quality of it. So I just wanted to point those things out. So when you're browsing on eBay, or you're browsing through any kind of pre-loved market, these are the things I would suggest to look out for. So this one here, the canvas is really bright in beautiful condition. The hardware simply needed to be polished. There are no major tarnishing issues on it. The patina is quite even. I mean, this strap is a little bit worn, but I have purchased a crossbody Etsy strap for Amber, and that will be arriving, it should be this week. So it is a honey vachetta leather strap, the same, maybe a little bit thicker than this, and it was only $54. So that way she will have a crossbody strap, and I can almost guarantee she won't be using this one at all. But if she ever wanted to use the bag as a clutch, she could use this one. So things I wanted to point out. So this one here is Amber's. These are the things I didn't really look out for when I was buying mine. So as you can see, my canvas, I don't know if you can see on camera, is a little bit more faded than this one here. And like I said, there's only a year difference, so it really does come down to the previous owner and how much they use the item. But always look out for the canvas and try and get one, obviously, to be as prominent and bright as possible. I've put my own crossbody strap on here. I've also ordered the same crossbody strap as I've ordered for this one for myself as well. So I'm really excited for that to arrive, because it really is going to make it look a little more genuine, I guess, because right now this is not the strap that is usually used on these bags. Now, my biggest concern with this one, the patina on the strap and everything was very similar to the other one. But yeah, my main issue is the zip is warped. And that is something that when I saw it in the pictures, because I'd never experienced that before, I didn't think it was a huge issue. But since owning this bag, it is a major issue. It really makes it look worn and old, and just not in great condition. And although the canvas is really good, that is really bothering me. So I am thinking about selling this, or I've really just been using it in my work bag as a bit of a keep all. So yeah, that is one thing to really look out for, are the zips and if they're warped. I noticed straight away when looking at the auctions online that Amber's zip, that was actually the first thing I now look for when looking. So yeah, make sure, look at the difference when it's been polished up with some Brasso. So this one I haven't polished for a really long time. This one I obviously just polished, and it makes such a difference. So I think Amber's gonna be so happy with this. It's our birthday tomorrow. She's obviously my twin, so we have the same birthday. And her boyfriend purchased this for her. So he was like, Shannon, work your magic on the eBay auctions. And she really wants a Pochette. So I jumped on there, ordered this, and just let him know, and he reimbursed me the money. So she's gonna be so happy with this, and especially in the condition that it's in. So that's a little bit about what to look for. Now a little bit of a review on the bag. This bag fits so much stuff, and I can see why it is so popular. I believe it was first released in the 90s. We are going straight back to the 90s with all of the trends and the styles out at the moment. So I highly recommend, if you're wanting to get a Pochette accessoire, getting one now, because the prices are soaring at the moment because they are so on trend. They fit so much, they are so durable because majority of it's canvas, there is hardly any leather. Not to mention that a lot of the straps are replaceable through Etsy, and there's a lot of Etsy sellers selling straps in the same leather. Yeah, it's the perfect first designer bag, I would say. And this is actually Amber's first ever designer bag. She came to me and she was like, I really want to get a designer bag. I'm really not sure what to get. What would you suggest? And I straight away thought of this one. As much as I love my Gucci SOHO disco bag, as much as I love all of my other smaller bags that I own, I think this is definitely the best first designer purchase, because it really does elevate an outfit, because you can obviously see that it's Louis Vuitton and it goes with everything, and you can fit everything that you need in there. I've actually been using mine so much lately, which is why I've thought about maybe selling it and getting a newer one, because I have been using it more, and I know that I would just love it so much more if the zip wasn't so warped. Anyway, I thought I would show you what fits inside this. So in here right now, I just have some tea towels, and this one I wouldn't recommend, or personally I wouldn't get an organizer for, because it takes up too much space. With a larger bag, organizers are great, but when it's smaller, I bought one for my Gucci SOHO disco bag just to help keep its shape, and I use it more as a shaper when I'm not using it, rather than when as an organizer in the bag, because it takes up so much space. I mean, they're already quite small inside, so to put a big, felt organizer in, it really does take up space. So there's the inside of the bag. Again, in such beautiful condition. First thing is obviously my phone. This is not the max, this is just the regular size. So that one fits in there really nicely. The next thing I have are these Saint Laurent Betty sunglasses. I've mentioned these so many times. They are my absolute favorite sunglasses, and these are just really all of my essentials, all the things that there's no way I could live without. I have my car keys, which are all held tightly in this beautiful Louis Vuitton 4-key holder. If you're looking to buy a design item but you didn't want to spend too much money, but you wanted something very useful, I highly recommend these. They just keep all of your keys really compact, and it stops anything getting scratched, which is so good, because a lot of the cases that come with designer sunglasses are so big that I can't fit them in my bag. So I'm better off just slipping them in without a case, as much as it's scary. But as long as my keys are all compact in the Louis Vuitton key holder, then I know that they're going to be safe. I then have my AirPods. These I use every single day. These are just the first generation ones, I think. So I use those a lot, so I'll keep those in there. I then have this Chanel lip balm. It's just clear, it's really hydrating, really beautiful, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to pop that in there. And last but not least, I don't currently have a card holder yet. It is my birthday tomorrow and I know that I am getting a card holder, so it should arrive this week and I'm so excited to show you guys. I'll do a little unboxing when it does, but because I don't have a card holder right now, I'm just going to slip in some of my cards that I use. This is what I've been using at the moment. This is just the Louis Vuitton wallet in epi leather. It's a vintage one, so I'm just going to, I'm actually not going to bother because it won't take up much space, but basically I was going to just put some cards in there. So that's everything in there. Look how much space there is. I wonder if Amber would know if I swapped it out. I'm joking, I would never do that, but this is in such better condition than mine. But yeah, there it is. Still plenty of room. All of the essentials are in there. Anyway guys, I hope this video was informative in some way. If you have any questions about buying off eBay, buying pre-loved, or how to clean your designer items, please just leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out more than you know, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks guys.